K-pop stans are a controversial group of people, mostly because people see them as these annoying and weird creeps whose very existence banks on parasocial relationships with K-pop idols that will probably never even know that they exist. But their existence also banks on the constant use of Twitter to spread the K-pop propaganda, as this user shows us. Why kill yourself when you can stand twice? Now, to be fair, not all K-pop fans on Twitter are like this. If anything, that just shows an extreme part of the spectrum. For the most part, fandoms on Twitter look something more like this. So it's usually just a series of accounts that repost pictures from their favorite K-pop idols. So for example, in the case of ITZY, you have ITZY pics that essentially repost pictures of the group as a whole, and then you also have these specialized accounts that post pictures of specific members, right? And for the most part, the engagement on these accounts are pretty wholesome, and it's rarely creepy at the end of the day. Okay, just pretty normal fandom behavior. But here we're going to take a look at a demographic of K-pop stans that not a lot of people talk about, and probably for good reason. And these are the Facebook K-pop stans. To begin with, the way how Facebook works is that there are these groups and pages that users can create, and as you can see, people have already created all sorts of groups for their favorite K-pop idols. So we have here ITZY Choi Leah, ITZY Leah International. We're gonna be taking a look at the ITZY Leah fan page here, which has a pretty staggering 112k likes. Now I just want to point out that this phenomenon is not really exclusive to ITZY. You can pretty much find this for every other group. So for instance, even TWICE has their own series of like Facebook fan accounts, fan pages. But let me tell you one thing, the people we're going to be taking a look at can be found in pretty much any of these pages, regardless of the group, regardless of the idol, they're everywhere. So here in the ITZY Leah fan page operates pretty much the same as Twitter accounts, they just repost pictures of the idol. And as you can see, just from the very first comment alone, you can already tell the kinds of people that we're going to be taking a look at. Now I just want you to imagine this, alright? Just imagine one day, your creepy old uncle, alright? Let's say your creepy old Uncle Joe suddenly comes to you and then informs you that he's been listening to a bunch of Korean girls, and then you're left there baffled, and you're left wondering, why the hell is creepy old Uncle Joe suddenly listening to K-pop? Now, do you really think that creepy old Uncle Joe is in it for the music? No. In reality, creepy old Uncle Joe is in it for the women that are half his age. And that's exactly what the comment sections of these Facebook fan pages consist of. It mostly consists of middle-aged to just downright senior men posting the most random shit imaginable. Posting comments and messages that if you would send them to some random girl, I would guarantee that it's a straight path down to a sex offender list. If the Twitter fandom expresses their love for their K-pop idols at a maximum of 140 characters, ladies and gentlemen, these kinds of people express their love through GIFs. I swear to God, these are the same kinds of GIFs that your fucking grandma sends you just before you leave school. Now, if they don't feel like sending GIFs, oftentimes they're just going to send texts written in very broken English for the most part. And sometimes you even have like I love you messages that are just downright directed at the wrong person. You have this person saying I love Janu, kiss kiss. Like, who the fuck is Janu? I thought we were in the Leah fan page. Now some of these guys can actually get pretty creative and poetic in when it comes to their messages, right? So as this user writes, Jisuya, so pretty. And then you have some hangul here that I'm not even gonna bother fucking reading. So cute, very nice. Happy-go-lucky. Good night. See you. Okay, now I gotta admit, you gotta give the guy some credit. And as you can see here, there's just some more random comments. So this guy just types ASSSSVSSS. I can only imagine this guy probably left the keyboard on his phone open, and then he probably placed his phone in his pocket and then accidentally sent the comment. That's probably the only reasonable explanation I can think of. And I'm not kidding when I'm not kidding when I say that they post the most random shit. This guy, literally under the same post that Leah Selka just posted a fucking several pictures of his house. I'm not even sure if it's his house, but it's just pictures of some rural area out in some Asian country. There are even pictures of some growing crops. What the relevance of these pictures may be, I don't fucking know. These guys posting the most random shit imaginable is so common. This guy just literally posts a gif of a fucking electric fan. What is happening? And here we have another example of another poetic individual. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at this. Okay, human in Cambodia. I love you. See girl video. I stand by C. Video beanstalk. For a very good I love you, my friend. I love you, Corey. I love you, See girl Korea. Thank you very much. Who the fuck is Corey? And as you can see, some users also have some skills in graphic design. I'll just leave you to judge about the artistic quality of it. And then you have some individuals that are a bit more artistic, like this one. This guy literally just posts a picture of himself, and then there's a message that says like "Happy Valentine's Day" to you or something from from this guy's name. And then at the very bottom, this guy even reveals some personal information. It's almost as if this guy was trying to make a fucking business card. Like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, like in general, when you go to Facebook fan pages of K-pop idols, K-pop groups, I guarantee you, you will see these kinds of comments. And they are everywhere. Sometimes you can literally see the exact same people from different groups. Sometimes you can even see them on fan pages dedicated for specific countries. Like for example, if you have a Filipino fan page for ITZY, you can see just some random old Indian men in the comment section posting the exact same crappy gifs that says I love you or some other shit like that. I swear to God, these guys have like a hive mind or something. Whenever a new Facebook group or page gets created for a certain K-pop group or idol, they flock to that page and then spread their presence there. I swear to God, this is like the fucking cordyceps from The Last of Us. They're fucking everywhere. They spread rapidly. Now the fortunate thing is they're not on Twitter, but I guess it'll only be a matter of time until they eventually flock to Twitter as well. Now, as much as we'd like to make fun of these kinds of people and their comments, objectively, there's nothing harmful about what they're doing. Okay, at best, it's probably just a weird way of expressing their adoration for these K-pop groups and their respective K-pop idols, right? But there are some comments out there that are just downright creepy. So, for instance, there's this one user who commented, and it roughly translates to "You are so delicious to taste, idol." A lot of times you will see these kinds of perverted comments under posts where the idol is exposing a lot of skin. So oftentimes when I see those kinds of posts on Facebook, I often worry about the comments that I'll see because I can already foretell that these kinds of people are going to be in these comment sections and they're just going to act like creeps. It's just like all I hope for is that these guys don't go into concerts or that these kinds of people don't go into fan meets where they can be in very close proximity to these idols and just pose a dangerous threat. So the Facebook K-pop fandom is truly a different breed from the Twitter K-pop fandom. Now I just want to make it clear that I don't condone the harassment of these individuals in these Facebook comment sections purely because they have a peculiar and odd way of showing admiration to their K-pop idols. I've already mentioned that really, at the end of the day, there's no objective harm to these kinds of comments. Sure, we may find them funny, we may find them weird, but that's all there is to it, and there's really no objective harm to it. What does have an objective harm are the downright perverted comments. Because let me tell you one thing, if you're just getting into K-pop for the sole purpose of sexualizing these idols, just stop, alright? And just acknowledge that you're a creep at the end of the day. So that's it for the video. I just wanted to share some random shit on the internet. If you have some topics that you want me to discuss, comment it down below. Otherwise, like and subscribe, and have a nice day.